No, you would never sell me out. You would
No.
never make me run into a
Definitely
building
not.
with
Definitely
criminals
you are
that
not,
could shoot
You are
me.
not sold out. Probably not.
No, it's like, you know, like, I mean, I almost had that one guy on the right-hand side. I just missed my one shot. I just hit him one more time. It would have been perfect.
Yeah, you did so good, Brian. We
Pan-
almost had
pancake.
him.
Please
You
tell
did
me
a
that
good
whenever you serve somebody, you say you're serving up pancakes for breakfast. Please tell me you do that.
No,
So
I
want to go. Let's go back to the RP. So what I liked about that setup, it was so different from the traditional. And one of the things that I really wanted to see, and still want to see in the new update, is I want to get away from the whole you get a hostage, you negotiate, no strike strips, blah blah blah, resident sleeper, get in a car, drive, crash, shootout. Like, it's so like there's so many other things we could do, and I feel like this is an example of what could be done, and that is the PD. Like, imagine custom interiors with corridors and shit, right? Even if they're basic. And then the PD has to push it. It is paramount that we push it, because if we don't push it, lives get lost. And the defending side has the benefit of holding their ground and being entrenched, and the PD has to push through that, you know?
Oh, look out first.
All right, everybody out.
Yeah. And it makes it exciting and different, you know?
Hey, Dan, congratulations, by the way, man.
Oh, you were right about the fun bus.
1,000 Rainbow Trina.
Hell yeah.
Let's go inside.
Oh, I have to go inside for the
Hey,
Hell yeah,
first.
Brenda.
Hey,
Hell
Trina,
yeah.
how you doing?
Love you.
We're not going to do any of the investigation. That's up to the other cops. Yep.
I need food.
But trust me, there's breadcrumbs. A lot. Not just the 911 calls. But we'll see if they end up picking up on it. But I'm not going to say what they are. Is, you know, obvious reasons.
Fuck you, Bale.
Fuck you.
Love you too, baby.
Give me that mustache riding.
Oh yeah, hell yeah. Is that? I think as Vale is in surgery. Hopefully she'll be okay. I'm not sure. We'll come back and update her, or update her status afterwards. But
I don't fucking understand. Like, those motherfuckers just stayed inside and just like killed us. Like, what the fuck?
So in that situation, I will take the, obviously I went down because I tried to negotiate. My top priority then is sort of realizing that we were fighting a losing battle. I just wanted to get the officers out of there. And yeah, no honor among thieves or anything like that. So, I got burned for it.
Lauren, you're too pure for this world. I'll say that. All right.
But the thing is, it's either we stand there and wait it out, or we try and do something. I tried to do something, and there was bad judgment on my
Here's
head.
my take on it: is we either stand there and we work out a plan, or we go in and give them more bodies, and that's kind of what we did. Is we gave more bodies.
But unfortunately, on the eastern entrance, it was completely blocked off. There was absolutely no way, and that's why I kept shouting over the radio: "Is do you want me to try and blow these up? I'm not going to make that call myself until another."
And we made it clear that we didn't want them blown up.
Yeah, so that's why I chose to go around the front and try and negotiate with them and try and get Trina and Bas out. There was no way we could have pushed it, and at the end of it, I think we dealt with it as well as we could have, because we were fighting a losing battle.
On the contrary, they pushed all the way up top.
So that was
They
their
made it
game
to the
plan.
very
Their
top.
game plan was to Molotov you as you enter,
Yeah.
and as
Yes,
soon as
sir.
they use their Molotov, fall back and hold the angle with shotguns, and then take you out that way.
But there was a choke point. There was no way for us to get in. We had no way of breaching the
Right,
Wu
they
Chang
wanted you to
Records
funnel through
building.
one way. That was their plan, right? That's why they blocked off one exit.
And we couldn't get through the other side, and that's where we were at a standstill.
It was really interesting on my end. So I was able to dodge and get to a point where I knew they couldn't shoot me because, I've spent a bit of time in Life Invader, and I knew they couldn't reach me from there because we had this training practice where we breached and cleared the building. So they tried to throw mollies at me there. I dodged one. Unfortunately, it hit BS. I'm sorry, BS. And then they threw another one, tried to get to me under the thing. They missed. Then they threw one at Lauren, so the car that wasn't fully exploded, and the vehicle started exploding. So I dodged the 4 vehicle explosions, dodged 3 mollies, And then because I didn't have anywhere else to go, I had to push the stairwell. So I pushed the stairwell, and I believe from the kind of sounds I heard, I think it was Vinny, but might not have been. But yeah, I got one.
Still pushing on your own. It's a suicide mission. You were trapped in
I
there
didn't have
alone.
a choice. I could stand there and get blown up, or I could take one with me. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I completely understand, but you do understand why I was trying to get you out of there.
Oh, no. I fully understand. They just gave me no choice at that point. So the vehicles were blowing up, and I had to go up.
So who did the negotiation?
I did.
And you negotiated for our officers to put our guns away?
I tried to get Bass out of there. They wanted Trina to take her gun out, but she stayed where she was. That's when I went to the door. I still had my gun out when I tried to pick him up, but unfortunately they mollied me.
They changed the deal on Lauren, though. First, they just wanted me to put my gun away, put my hands up, and walk to the front door, and maybe get Bass. I thought that they would probably throw another molly, but I wasn't sure. But then they changed the deal on her, and then they said, no, you have to let you have to leave the Wu Chang instead. So they wanted that and Wu Chang, and that was a turning point there.
So I think in the future, I think this might be somewhat of a lesson or a refresher. You never put an officer in a lesser position, a position where they're defenseless. You're never going to tell a cop to put his gun away. You're never going to tell a cop to be defenseless. Guns don't go away, especially when shots have already been fired, even if they haven't been. Like that's what's keeping them in line. Right?
And that's when I came around the front and tried to pull Bass out after they moved him there. That's when I tried to pull him out.
It's hard to negotiate with somebody who just killed one of your fellow officers, right?
I understand that.
And I know
what
you had
else are we gonna do?
thought that maybe they would try to maybe allow one of the bodies to exit. No, they're looking to kill you, right? So
you gotta think from if you're a criminal on their point of view. Well,
exactly.
Why would you let the cops, get one of their own out? They're gonna if they're letting you do something, it's because they want you to do it.
True.
You gotta remember that. And why do they want you doing it? Well, am I exposing myself? Where am I putting myself? Where am I? My hands are full. Whatever it is, you gotta think of it from their point of view as well, right?
Again, my decision to go ahead and try and pull him out is because in that moment, realizing that we were, you guys were up on the rooftop opposite, and we had officers dropping like flies out on the front of the Life Invader building. Like my priority was trying to get officers out of there.
Yeah, what happened? So with the officers going down, I noticed. I think 2 went down. Dan and
myself. So what happened is I'll give you my perspective.
No. Before we get to
Vale.
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 Nobody's bringing up.
Somebody called out that somebody came out of.
It's interesting. No one's wondering why did this happen.
How did he get
came
2
out.
officers down?
So he came out. He was behind his door. I went to peek behind cover to move back to the right and push fire on him. And at that time, I guess he saw Vel and lit her up. It was an instantaneous. As soon as I was back up, he was back inside.
Nope, that
was on the initial push.
I'm not going to do it. The investigation
So it came
breadcrumbs
out,
are
shot,
up to
then
the
went back in.
Yes.
officers to figure
Came
out.
out, shot, went back in. The next time he came out, he got into the. Was that a buggy?
Yeah, he got into a black and color buggy. I got him lit pretty hard. I thought he was down. I called over radio. He was down. I think he was just faking it. So as I was pushing up, he started lighting me up pretty good.
So
I backed off a little bit.
Listening.
He was in the buggy, rolled out. Continued westbound, and that's where he got started moving around on me. And
he got another car. He got another chopper, and then another car.
Yes,
that was fucking crazy.
Here's the thing. I'm gonna Bayo can back me up on this. As soon as bodies are dropping, you're gonna come up with a plan and execute it. Doesn't matter what happens. Doesn't matter the outcome. As long as you give it effort. I don't care if we get wiped or not. It's all about execution and getting in there and having a plan and sticking to it. That's all it is. And if you come out top, great, fantastic, good job, everybody. If we go down, we're walking into a trap. It's an ambush, right? We're expected to get shot. So just go in there, come up with a plan, push together, have each other's back, and hope for the best, prepare for the worst. And that's all you can do, to be honest. We cannot sit there for more than an hour, 2 hours thinking of a plan. We just need to go in there and execute it real quick. Assign people locations, just go in there and just, execute.
I somewhatly disagree with that.
From a military standpoint,
we put ourselves in a two-sided ambush. Those of us that were at the western door of Life Invader, we were in the middle of a two-sided ambush waiting to spring, and when whoever it was jumped out of that door and shot me in the back, that was it. You know, notwithstanding what happened with the Molotovs and breaching the entrance to begin with, we had to remove one of those threats, and if we couldn't get into that building, then I don't.
Well, you
know
can't
what
get
we were
on
supposed
Wu-Chang
to do
building,
then.
right? So what are you supposed to do?
I mean, the thing to do would have been to breach Wu-Chang, but if there's a problem with doing that and we can't do that, then there's nothing we could have done to affect the outcome of that situation.
I mean, I think you guys played it right. You have one officer watch Wu-Chang, and everybody else breach Life Invader. And then
Right,
take
but
those
it's the
guys
lesser
out.
of the two evils, right? If you know there's only one person in Wu-Chang.
Yes, but you cannot go inside a building you can't breach.
It wasn't the fact that we couldn't breach you; it was the fact that we're just going to fall through the ground and end up dead if we did.
Yep.
Because nobody's been in
That's
there.
a massive
That's a
problem.
huge problem. Because
Yeah.
what we should have done was had one cop watching each entrance to Life Invader, and then everybody should have been breaching that building and taking him out. So
But
our
we
focus
can't,
could be
Babe.
on
Yes.
Life Invader.
We
Yeah.
can't though.
We can't breach that building.
We can't even breach it.
No,
Like,
we
if we
can't
tried?
like physically open the door. If that makes sense. I know it sounds weird.
Wait, really?
No.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can't get in.
Wait, what the fuck?
It's a private building.
Maybe the
Yeah.
city
Okay,
council
wait,
would
I'm
have
sorry.
to
Can
have
we
a,
not?
So we can't
Can we
breach
not?
it.
Are you
No,
saying that we
wait.
can't legally
no.
open it, or we can't
Oh,
physically
no.
open it?
We can't
citywide.
physically go inside it. We would
Yes.
need a.
What the fuck?
That's
Yeah.
why I was telling you guys focus on Life Invader because we can't. I know you can't do that, right?
Yeah, well, as soon as we got the person that was on the roof inside the building, then the focus was on Life Invader.
Right. I said that thing in the radio at the start. I was like, guys, we
Yeah.
cannot go inside of it because we had incident before like
Wait,
that. where we-
no. There's no way you can't. You're telling me you
Go
can't
back to the
raid
start.
it. You can't breach it.
Nope.
We would be able to, but the thing is, you know, there might be a gas leak and you might find yourself wandering around in the middle of the street.
Yeah.
Okay,
That
now I'm
was
confused.
the-
So we can go in there, but
it's one or the other. Is there going to be scuff when we go inside, or is it going to be that we can't even breach a door?
So
based on
de-
my experience in the past, I can't actually physically open the door and go inside. You know, breach
So you
it.
can't kick it down.
No, that's my unless it changed recently. That's my
that
experience.
that would be very surprising to me.
I mean, we can try it for science if you want.
I mean, are we gonna be
Um,
raiding that property now?
I mean,
No. I'm saying we can clear it. You know.
if we
But-
have photographs of the individual on the rooftop with a class 2 going in and out, then that's grounds to raid.
The
But if we don't,
100%.
Like-
I
night. You're thinking about like the breaching. Like, let's say there's a robbery down on Bros, right? You go up to the door, you announce yourself, blah blah blah, and then you breach that door. We can't do that.
So we can't breach,
privately
but I
owned
think we
building.
could
yeah,
raid it
we have to enter.
or enter it.
It's
Sure,
di-
yeah.
Yeah.
So
But
I
We'll
think we can
enter it if,
physically go in.
The doors, but if you've never been in there, it will.
Oh,
Yeah,
you might never
I
come back.
oh no, I totally agree. I definitely agree that if we went in, we would think about the
Wait, I'm
buil-
confused now. So you can actually go inside those buildings,
yes.
If you
If you
enter,
enter,
You raid.
but don't.
oh,
If you try to like
No,
pretend like
raid
you're
is-
raiding it, right? That's what you're saying, Copper.
Yes.
Okay, so the first time I'm gonna fall through the ceilings. The second time it'll work, correct?
I
Yes.
don't know.
So
Okay,
so here's
yeah,
here's
we can
okay.
do that.
So to clarify, there's two things, right? How do we get inside? That's where there's some confusion. I'm pretty sure you can raid it. As for the scuffage bit of things like loading into your mind, that will definitely happen. Even if you own a property, it happens.
Yeah.
So maybe we should have kind of just dealt
Oh, wait,
dealt
here's-
with that, and then
Here's the problem with that though: is if he's on the other side of that door with
Mhm.
a fucking shotgun
That's
or
the other
AR,
bit.
then you're gonna get melted
Yeah.
because in his eyes you're just laying there on the ground too. Keep that in mind.
True.
So we're just gonna be literally laying on the
do you
ground.
guys want to do some science? I have an
Yeah, 'cause
office.
that's one of the things I was also.
Yeah, where's your office at, Lauren?
Yeah, you're
occupation.
fine. The thing is that like we saw him on the roof. He had a rifle. He shot at Air One. He was shooting at officers. The thing is that as far as going in after him after the building, we're in hot pursuit, so we're within our
Yeah.
right to enter the building. You guys
Right,
understand that, right?
Legally, we're
Mhm.
good there. Yeah.
So,
Unfortunately. yeah.
Trina made it through, right? I feel like at that point, if you had Trina push those staircase and then had somebody push that western door, maybe you would have had like
You
a
could
better.
not push.
No.
Wait, the western door.
The western
Which
door.
one's
The
The
western
western was
door.
the back one or the front one? The
The
you
front
went
one
in?
by the
east is the
check.
back one.
Okay.
No, that's the front one. Is that the back one? Or the front one? The one where you get your paycheck.
That's
That-
gonna be the
that's
rest
the
of it.
one.
That was the only way
That's
in.
Western.
The back door
Right,
was
right.
blocked
So,
by a door.
Trina was actually by the plant where you had Brenda push.
Oh my God!
Right.
Yeah, that's. So we didn't the last wave, let's call it. Our wave was hard to get an understanding of what they saw. But that's effectively what we ended up doing. We had Brenda push to the plant. We had a suspicion that due to one of the vehicles sitting there, that someone may have been sitting inside the car throwing Molotovs, right? It'd give them cover, let them throw, and looking at the angle of the explosions. So we had Brenda go in first. That gave us some level of safety. In addition to that, our plan was that as she was running in, they might focus her while we come in and pick them off or something.
Wait, what?
On the plus side, when I did essentially sacrifice myself to get Bas out of there, I think it blew up the Molotov that took me out, blew up a couple of
Blew
the
up all of
vehicles.
the
So
cars, yeah.
hell yeah!
We would have had your back.
Yes, it did.
Brenda.
It blew up 4 cars.
Why
It
is she-
dodged 4 explosions and the additional mullets they
Brenda, I
threw
need to
and,
talk to you
took
after
out
this,
the guy
too.
on the stairwell.
Yes.
Okay.
Do we have any intel that this was a part of the vault attack, or were they separate incidences?
Okay, so later on, they were coming past me and they said they were going to load the bags up. I heard them state they were loading the bags up.
That could be
Oh.
literally anything, though.
I mean,
So
yeah,
why-
but they left bags of marked bills in the vault that we've put into, the evidence report, the civ report for it.
Right.
Can't hear anybody. It's fucking annoying.
Wait,
I was
I'm
just thinking
confused.
because
Where
we
did they
have-
say? Where were they loading bags?
Sorry, Catherine.
I don't know. I was lying on the ground in a pool of my own blood, but they said they were going to load the bags up. So, in reference to the question, was it linked to the vault?
I mean,
Yes.
that could be anything.
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
It could be
bags
anything,
of
yeah.
anything.
I mean,
I'm just
it's-
saying that
I
because
wonder
we
why
we
they attacked
found
Life Invader. That's my main question of the whole thing.
we
why
found
Life Invader?
DNA at the vault. That's why I'm saying if these are connected, then we could connect the two. But if we have nothing to go on, there's no way to.
Yeah, in this
What
instance,
DNA at the vault do you have?
I
report?
gave
It's in
that
a civ
to
report.
Vale's got it. But
me
with
3644.
But did anyone have anything stolen, or did anyone remain?
My
Oh.
AR.
AR,
You had your
shotgun,
AR?
both.
All right, then let's fucking go.
PDAR for me as well.
Yep. Then
PDAR for me as well.
yeah, let's go.
Oh my
That-
God, my
that-
shotgun and my PDAR and my
I mean,
IFAX
Lauren, we
and
can't
my.
That
for
link.
sure know the people that own Wu
that
Chang
link
Wingers
for
do this,
the-
right?
Oh,
The
We
link
need
for
more.
the, hang
We
on.
don't know that, but
The
we
link
can
for
still
the
go
DNA
in.
no
doesn't
one
work.
took anything from me.
Oh, what did you say, Bayo?
We
All right,
saw him
then-
going in and out of the Wu Chang Wingers. Sure, we'll come up with a
Okay,
plan for that.
guys, we haven't
Oh,
got
man.
much time, but if you had anything stolen, get in your cruiser right now and head back down there, because if you've had your equipment stolen, that's grounds to go and search for DNA. And we're running out of time.
Oh, okay.
Holy shit!
Uh,
I'm gonna get my guns. No one.
You're
Well,
definitely-
so I'm not gonna. When it comes to the investigation stuff, I can't say anything. For the most part, like I may say little things here and there, but everything else, I leave it up to the other officers because that'd be. I'm trying to play this as balanced as I can. I'll up the escalation like we did earlier. Like, holy shit, there might be people inside. We need to go. You know.
oh, you guys should have
We'll
seen
definitely
it. I
do the
triple tapped that
tactical
guy to the
stuff,
head. It was pretty cool.
But. Oh, what was that?
Oh, the one I took out on the stairwell. They forced. I didn't have any other choice than to
Oh
push
my
because
God!
everything was
Wait, you
blowing up
got
around
one
me.
in there? I'm really.
Yeah,
it's
the
too
one on the
bad.
stairwell.
I really wanted to push in the beginning.
Let's go
Like,
get that DNA.
Because
then.
there's like
The one on
one
the
guy in the
stairwell?
building and we have like half our force just chilling. You know? There could be people inside. There could have been like,